Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be doing my reaction and review to the brand new LEGO Ninjago Reimagined short titled Sweatin to the Goldies. I'm really excited to check out this short. It was kind of the surprise one that we didn't see any footage of from the trailer, so I'm really excited to find out what it's all about. So without further ado, let's get straight into it here, and then after the reaction, we'll go into the review and breakdown of the short. So without further ado, I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. I am very excited for this. Ooh, look at that cool title sequence there.
Coming live from the star-studded
Clutch Powers.
Clutch Powers, my musical life. It's
like a musical. That's cool.
Hour musical biopic extravaganza.
4.5 hours.
Universally hailed as certainly a lot.
Well, of course I'll give you a soundbite. I'm so flattered you asked.
It's got like Nauticon's, it's called Teapot.
He is chafing me. The important thing to ever happen, my hope is that everyone in Ninjago City will come out to see my movie.
Look at Jane Zane. That's so cool.
Jay, I found this movie confusing. Why would Dr. Powers suddenly burst into song and dance? Illogical.
Ugh, they're called musical numbers, and they're super terrible. That big one in the middle where Clutch kept spelling out his own name and song? Ugh, horrible. I can't get it out of my head.
He kept singing to his own biceps. Why? As a Ninjroid, such behavior makes no sense to me.
That's not just a Ninjroid problem. They make no sense to anyone. I mean, in real life, you can't just sing and dance your way out of a death trap.
Can we return to the monastery now?
Are you kidding? The best part of any movie premiere is the after party. Come on, I have seriously earned some free appetizers.
Break-in at the museum.
Oh, so much for appetizers. Hey, Zane, one more for the fans.
That's quite cool.
Yes. Shopping for art is so much more fun when you don't have to pay.
Give up, Billy!
I think that's everything. But of course don't.
Please, give up. There's this party you were trying to make it to. It's probably a guest limit. I mean, it might be a whole wristband situation. Hey, who are you anyway?
Call me Reflectra, and I've got a party for
Reflecta.
you.
She's cool.
We decline your invitation to this party, as it sounds unappealing.
Oh no, Zane. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. Reflecting.
You starting to get the name? Anything you
I am.
send at me, I'll Reflectra right back at you.
So you spin. Cute. Then you'll probably like this. Spin Jitsu!
Like a game of pinball.
I've studied your every move. I know everything you're gonna do before you do it. There's no way you'll stop me.
Then perhaps we should do something unpredictable. Something that makes no sense to anyone.
Makes no sense. I don't get... Oh, you can't mean...
Do a musical.
Initializing vocalist. La 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 la.
Oh, this better work.
What is this nonsense?
Oh, that's cool.
CLUTCH
What? No one breaks out into a musical number in real life!
Clutch Powers, he knows he's the best. He's a rugged superstar, a man of mystery. He unveils the secret past of all of history.
Hey, stop that! I've studied you! You never do this! This makes no sense!
His archaeological theories are almost always sound. His torso, neck, thumbs, and knees are just so muscle bound.
Stop it!
Oh,
The
that's
ninja
funny.
moves I can deal with, but the singing is torture!
He can escape any booby trap, but he can't think of a rhyme for booby trap. Clutch Powers, he knows he's the world's greatest adventurer.
I work alone.
Oh my goodness, Clutch.
I guess you can dance your way out of a death trap.
Clutch must never know about this. Now come on, if we hurry, maybe I can still grab lasers.
Electra!
Okay, that was fantastic. I absolutely love that. I think that must be my favorite reimagined short thus far. I wasn't sure if anything was going to beat the original one because I really like the style of that one, but honestly, that was amazing. It was so cool how they also did it in a bit of a different animation style as well. That wasn't too drastic of a change. It kind of reminded me of the Hidden Side shorts that they've done on the Lego channel as well, kind of having that sort of like almost more like graphic novel sort of style to it, kind of a comic booky style. So that was really interesting. I love getting to see Jay and Zane in their golden outfits. Of course, Jay's was very faithful to his 10th anniversary one. Now Zane's with the hood, he didn't use like the Forbidden Spinjitzu hood, which honestly makes sense within the context of this because you'd have to use one of the scrolls to actually power it up like that. But it was still super cool to see them in those uniforms right there. That was honestly amazing. I love that so much. That was so good. Okay, so we're going to break it down. I'm not going to go over too many of my thoughts right now because we'll go through them as we go through the episode. So let's cut to that portion of the video. Alright, so now we're at the breakdown portion of the video here where I'm going to go through the short and we're going to try to pick out the little details and I'll comment on certain parts of it as well. So without further ado, let's start it now. So we're going to begin going through here. So you can see as always the 10 years of Ninjago logo right there. And then we go in straight into the title right here, which honestly, I love how they do these titles for each of these shorts. I think they look so great and I love the custom sort of font there and the text just looks fantastic. Here. It really fits the mood of this short as well because it's a very fun short as well. That's a little bit more comedic in tone, which I really loved. I think they nailed it. And once again, it's just so cool to kind of see Ninjago in this sort of different animation style, especially the city here. It definitely looks quite different and definitely has more of like a 2D sort of feel to it, even though like then once you go into the animation, it has a very like, just like as I had said previously, a graphic novel sort of style to it is what I would kind of compare it to, but I really do love it. A very sketchy sort of feel is what I would say, but still it feels finished as well at the same time. And I think this is really cool. I just like the whole premise of this, that they're going to like a movie premiere basically for Clutch Powers' musical, and I think that's really funny. And then so we basically open up here, we can see Clutch in the background, honestly looking pretty snazzy in that suit right there. I like how that looks. And then you've got Gail Gossip reporting on the news right here, which is really cool. And I love that she talks about how it's like, yes, it's a 4.5 hour long movie and they call it very long. And I just thought that was quite funny. Just kind of that point in the actual short right here. And what's really interesting, well, for one thing, you can see the small detail that Clutch has like a little star on his eye patch there. I think that's really funny and just a small little added detail there. And of course we could see that he has Nauticon's teapot right there. So very interesting. I think we can all wager a guess here that he basically wished for all of this fame and fortune here with this musical. So I think that's so cool. Maybe a small teaser to Nauticon's return within the actual series. I'm not sure if I'm reaching a bit there. I think that's so cool that they kind of brought that back though in a small way here within the short, but I think it's a really smart setup here and it definitely makes a lot of sense, and it honestly kind of semi lines up. I know these aren't actually considered canon, at least from what I know thus far, but I think that it is cool because Clutch, we did see him with the teapot at one point within the actual series, and it was kind of just basically just a small little thing almost in the background basically, even though it was just in its own shot, but it was still something that I didn't think we'd really get the payoff for. But now we can kind of see it here within this short, so I'd kind of consider it that somewhat at least. And there's nothing too far-fetched that really happens within this short here that would make me really say like, oh, this couldn't be a part of like the Ninjago continuity or anything. So I like it for that as well. It fits within the universe pretty well, even though it might not officially be considered as that. But we get to see Zane and Jay right here walking down the red carpet, both in their golden outfits right there, which honestly looks so great in the animation there. I love how they're doing that with some of these shorts. We got to see Kai and Nia in their golden outfits as well. It's just really great how they're doing that because it kind of makes it cool, because then you're getting those figures and they're not just like 10th anniversary special minifigure suits, they're actually in animation form as well. So I think that's really cool. They They both look fantastic, so I'm digging the designs of both of those quite a bit, so loving that. And I like how they both look in this animation style here. It's definitely got more of like a 2D, semi like 3D sort of style to it that, as you could probably tell, I'm having a hard time describing because I don't know animation technical terms as well, but I love that we get to see Nauticon's teapot right here kind of puffing a little bit out right here because Clutch mentions the word wish, so I thought that was kind of funny there. Just a small little thing right there, but yeah, they both look great. Zane and Jay right here walking down the red carpet once again, so we can see them doing some funny poses right there, which is pretty cool, putting on a bit of a show. Of course, Jay's the one more into this, and then Zane's just kind of like, you know, I'm not really too into this. I love that Jay just twirls him around in a little dance right there, which is pretty funny. And then we get to see them continue going on right here. We can see Zane put on his hood right there, which, as you can see, it's just the legacy hood in like golden yellow right there. And we see Jay put on his hood, and it's the Prime Empire hood. So a little bit weird that Zane's isn't the Forbidden Spinjitzu one, but it does also make sense at the same time because, of course, he couldn't really have that without the Forbidden Scroll. So it makes sense. So I don't mind it too much, and I still think his outfit looks absolutely fantastic. We can even see they have some arm printing as well, which is really cool. Jay has a little lightning mark right there, and then Zane has a little symbol as well on his right arm, so I think that's a really nice little added detail there, so I do like that quite a bit. So just some really great printing. Yeah, we get a little bit of a better look there of it. This is honestly a really cool shot right here. I like how the sparkles look on both of their outfits there. It honestly looks really great, so loving that quite a bit. We get to see them on some magazine covers here, which I love the sort of almost like 80s 90s sort of like retro style to it as well. I think that fits really well with it also. And then we get to meet this new villain here, which I love this villain here within the short. Her name is Reflecta, and I thought she was super cool. Has a great design as well. Honestly, I would love to get this as an actual minifigure. I don't know if we would ever actually get that, and I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong about this or if you know, but I'm not sure if that's an actual hairpiece that exists in like actual physical form or if it's a brand new one just for this short exclusively, but let me know down below. I can't really think of it right now or recognize if it's a real one, but it looks fantastic. I love her face printing. Her arms have printing as well, dual molded right there, and then her actual outfit just looks so cool with those glitter effects going on, so I'm loving that. She's got a great design and a great personality as well. And then we get to see Zane and Jay come over here to, of course, confront her and try to stop her from stealing stuff right now, so it's pretty funny. I do like, I love the action in this. I love this as well. Just the whole style of this short. It kind of has a bit of a Prime Empire vibe to it as well, which of course would fit very well with Jay in a Prime Empire suit here, but I think that is just super cool. It just kind of has that more like video game feel to it as well. It's a little bit more out there than Ninjago normally would be in one of their just standard episodes, so I like it for that as well. We get to see her sort of Reflecta effect right there, and I think that looks really cool as well. It's kind of like its own sort of form of Spinjitzu here, so we get to see the ninja trying to fight back against her here. Zane fires a blast, but of course she reflects it right back at him, and then Jay attempts the same with his, and of course she once again does that, so pretty cool. I love seeing Jay just fully turned into a skeleton right there. I think that looks hilarious. Definitely giving off quite a few hidden side vibes right there, so I do like that as well. And then we can see even just like some of the shots here, the lighting is so well done, and the actual like shading of it as well. It kind of gives me like sort of style like Telltale games somewhat, so I like that as well. It definitely has a cool sort of feel to it. So we get to see them go a little bit further here using Spinjitzu, which looks amazing as well in this style there. So I do like that quite a bit. And they're bonking around like a pinball machine basically, which is really cool to get to see there. Then we get a few more shots of her right here, and they're trying to go up against her, and then they figure the only way to do this is to be completely unpredictable and just go full musical here. And I was expecting there to be a musical portion in the episode, and I'm not a huge musical person, but I do like when it's done in like animation. I just feel like it fits so much better. I don't have anything necessarily against like live action musicals, of course, but I just feel like it fits really well within this, and I honestly really like this musical number. I like how they just sung what I'm assuming was in the actual Clutch Powers movie, the musical portion of that, so I thought that was really cool because they're just singing about Clutch basically being the greatest, so I thought that was really cool. So we get to see them breaking out some pretty fantastic dance moves. I must say though, some of these do not look like they can actually be achieved by a real minifigure. It looks like Zayn is like doing the worm in midair right there, so quite funny. A few very unique dance moves here. I love that as well. Oh yeah, this it's so great. It makes me think of like a just dance dance that you would kind of follow along with. It kind of just has that sort of theme to it here, and they all look really great. They're of course multiplying, dancing around her right there, doing a few real snazzy moves right there. So I like all of that. I love this as well, how Zayn just kind of like grows extra large muscles. I think that's definitely very unique. So we get to see all of that, which is really cool. And then they kind of trap her right here, get her set up in the middle there, and then we get to see Clutch right there in hologram form, which is pretty cool. And then they do manage to capture her, which is nice. And then that's basically where we conclude the short right there. So I love this. I feel like it had a perfect balance of being like very just balanced between the action, the comedy, the musical portion of the episode as well, or the short, I suppose, and then the animation was so great. I love that animation style. Honestly, I would love to see that return in a future short. I hope they do wind up utilizing that somewhere else. I never really watched a lot of the Hidden Side shorts, but I was always a big fan of sort of that style, and this just looks like almost an upgraded version of that, so I do like that a lot. I love the shading, the texturing. It just looks really great and really bounces off of the video here, so I love that. I love the villain's personality. Her design was amazing considering it's most likely a one-off villain. I think that's really cool, and even just the setup, I feel like it was so smartly done with Nauticon, and then of course like Clutch kind of using that as a wish to kind of grant himself all of this fame and fortune, and I just think it was really well put together. Definitely by far my favorite short. I don't know what my order would be for those shorts. I'm probably going to do a video on that, honestly, so I'll save that for a separate video to kind of discuss my ranking for these shorts, but this one was amazing. I loved it so much. It makes me so excited for the final short that should be premiering next week, which will be like the Time Twins one versus Woo, which I know is kind of the one that everybody's most excited for, so I am kind of glad that they saved that one for the finale, because I thought they were going to do the mystery one as the finale, but I feel like this fits a little bit better, and I think that the Woo one definitely fits the most within the continuity, at least from what I can see, of the Ninjago series, so I like it for that as well. But yeah, I'm super excited to see that. But thanks so much for checking out this reaction and review. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this short down below in the comment section. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Because I thought it was absolutely amazing. But thanks so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.